Hello, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Last week, I told y'all that I was going to bring y'all a part 2 of the Nene Leaks and Carlos King excusal interview. So, it was actually good. He asked her about the show. He asked her about her relationship with Wendy Williams. So I'm gonna go on and jump into all of that. Now, she was sitting there saying that when he was asking her about the show with Wendy Williams, she was going in saying that she used to tell Wendy that she least need to have two friends and don't go off on those two friends. But she said she will always used to wonder why Wendy go off on her. She said because she really liked it Wendy. She said she really liked it Wendy and she really loved Wendy. She said she don't have no problem with Wendy. She said that Wendy Wendy friendship was off and on. And then she also said that Wendy and her used to go out to eat and have drinks. But she said Wendy called her and tried to apologize to her and she said she didn't want to hear it. And I was just like, wow. She also got in the topic about Atlanta Housewives about um the story of her and Candy, where Candy always had it in for her. And you know what? If you watch the show, you can kind of tell that Candy has always had it in for Nene because Nene come with that read. Yeah, Nene be reading the girls. I used to love her. I used to love her because one of Nene Leak's read was, and she was they was also talking about the show. But first, I'm saying one of Nene Leak's reads was she used to tell Kenya, "What you not gonna do is come for my husband." When she was dressed in this all white suit, and when her, she had her cleavage line showing. I used to love me some Nene. I don't even watch the show no more though. She was telling me that most of the girls is there don't come to work, and the most of the girls that they got there is not really housewives like Drew and that other track star. And she said Drew would come into her lounge and keep trying to come for her. But she said the persons that, because he asked her who would she like to come back. She said that because he said he would love to see her back and Sheree, and stuff. And he said somebody else. I'm gonna name the people that who she said. She said Portia. She said Kim, if Kim willing to work. She said because Kim really don't work when she come on the show. She said, of course, Candy. She said, of course, Kenya. And she also talked about Candy and Phaedra's relationship. She said she thought that it was very unfair to the fans that uh the show didn't give Phaedra and Candy a chance to work out their relationship. But they got uh the other show the chance to work out their relationship. And then Carlo King, he's so messy when he was talking about, Sheree, and because he brought up her name and Nene said, well, what is she doing? And then he told her, well, you know, her and Montel broke up and that's when Nene said, well, let me cross my legs. I was just like, oh my God. I started laughing, y'all. He also brought up the fact that they was at some get together or whatever, and they was carrying a Birkin bag, and both of their bags had her and Kim Kardashian bags had Birkin bags had graffiti on it. Well, I'm gonna tell y'all something about Kim Kardashian. To me, I'm gonna say allegedly, I always feel like she tried to be black. I always feel like that. I had loved the day show. I had loved to watch it on Sunday because even Kim said, um, right after day show came, right after Real Housewives of Atlanta came on. Oh y'all, hold on for just 1 minute, y'all. I'm sorry, y'all. My light went out. I should be having a light here real soon. Uh, After Real Housewives of Atlanta came on Sundays on Bravo, then here comes the Kardashians, and the Kardashians was allowed to even tell all they business on their show. Were even allowed to um introduce they cosmetics or they clothing lines or whatever. And she was also saying that she um also was on the show with Chris. She was also when North was born was at the baby shower. And she said because she was supposed to get a reality show. And that's how the Birkin bag and stuff brought up. And because of Jahidi, that them paintings on the walls and stuff. Wendy Williams said she can do that. You can't do that. And this is when Nene went in to the moment and started reading and said, "Let me tell you something, Wendell." I was like, "No, ma'am." But anyway, she said that her talk show had was canceled, and she said she was blackballed from some things. She said maybe like from like 'cause she said it's a lot because she said he asked her what do you want to do? She said like from maybe the podcast talking or whatever like that. I was blackballed from that. He said I worked some jobs, and I was blackballed from. And she said mostly entertainment is like what I like to do. He said that he felt like that because she actually said it. She said, "I feel like I was more pushed to the back, and Kim Kardashian was pushed more to the front, and that's just how it was." You know what I'm saying? And he was sitting there saying that he do agree with her, and he especially started crying. He said because he felt like because she said, "I feel like," because he asked her, "Do you think you should be up there with Kim Kardashian or way up there than Kim Kardashian?" He said, "I should be up there, way up there than Kim Kardashian, or just be right there with Kim Kardashian." And he said, "I do agree." And he said, "But God got his way." And it's true, God do got his way. God got his way for everything. You know what I'm saying? And she talked about the show, and she also talked about how the show um she was getting less and less showtime. Yeah, her showtime was going down to 6 hours, and then they was blocking her out. Bring her in, bring her out. That's the way they was doing it. And the finally she left and she sued Andy. And it was somebody that they was sitting there saying that Bethany said she was got interviewed, but she got not interviewed, but she got invited on the Andy's a late night show or whatever, and she said Nene, I said Nikki, excuse me, y'all, I'm talking too loud. Nene said she didn't get invited. She always was, she always came, and it's true. You know what I'm saying? We say what we want to say about Nene Leaks, but and then they also was talking about the other show, Real House Beverly Hills of the Real House of Beverly Hills is number one, and uh the Real Housewives of Atlanta falls in at number three. And I think it's also rumored that I think Phaedra over there with them. Because I think the last time they were showing Patriots over there, I think Patriots is on some Real Housewives, but they saying that, and then they were asking who she see as a star. They saying that she was saying Kenya Moore when Kenya entered on the reality show because she had won Miss Universe. She was a star. She was a star before then, but when she entered the reality show, and then they started to see how mean she is. Now they didn't like it and they pushed back from it because they was like, "Where? Why is she on there?" You understand what I'm saying? And then he was saying, "Who else?" She said she didn't think Candy was a star. She never have. She said she didn't think. She said she think Portia have star potential, and I had said that because even after sometime Portia left Atlanta Housewives, Portia used to get a job working for Dish Nation. Yeah, Portia used to get a job working for Dish Nation. Let me see. What else? Um, I'm trying to figure out what else she talked about, y'all. Cause I had told y'all I was gonna do this part 2. Um, I think this is basically it. You know, besides her and Carlos King messing around a little bit. Carlos King said he was wanting to have kids to leave his empire too and everything. But other than that, she said that she went on Twitter and she said because she said she don't watch the show, but she heard how the show have been going down. I don't watch the show either, and I heard that. I heard the show ratings is really down. But I want to thank everybody for watching my video, and I want to thank everybody for supporting me. Uh, I hope y'all like this. The name of this video is part 2 of the Nene Leaks and Carlos King exclusive interview. I love you. Oh, and another thing before I go, I was just about to go, y'all. Head on over to Spotify, and you'll be able to see any of my podcasts that you want to see. It's called Lunch Rail Roll Art. I love y'all. Y'all be sweet.